we're longing for unpredictability, for novel, for originality. It's one of the primary reasons I'd left medicine was because it was too predictable. And it's hard to put this across to people because they say, well, why would you, there are all these things that you could learn. And yes, but it was predictable. I knew exactly what the outcome of my life would be over the next 12 years if I went and specialized. And I simply didn't find that interesting. There wasn't enough unpredictability to that. I didn't know how I would actually develop as a human being inwardly if I didn't have more unpredictability. And so, rightly or wrongly, I left to go and explore that. So I love your enthusiasm around that. It's just not particularly common. And I think
not common, no.
no,
Totally
and I
not.
think
No.
as this movement of AI does usurp people's predictable, linear kind of professions that they don't have to think about, there might be a bit of a shock to the system to go, okay, shucks, what do I do now? How do I look at this? And I like what you're bringing is, come and sit in this space, come and observe this space, come and experience this, and get in touch with something deeper than the predictable linear picture.
The predictable and most of the people are, it's like also coming out of their childhood in a way. Most people have fear about uncertainty. I also have fear about uncertainty, but in a way, I think there lies the magic. You know, you have to step this like thinking about when you did your first jump into water from a big rock. There's uncertainty. There is also, but there's also this sort of vibrant magic and deeply human existence. Dread, joy. There's so many feelings. And playing with this sort of uncertainty, makes the magic. And when something is done, or tomorrow is a big opening of something we have worked 2 years now, it's like when I'm standing in there now and I say, okay, it works. But to be honest, I didn't know. But I think there is the joy in it because you have something in your mind and then you're changing it a little bit and there comes this 100 levels of adaptations or whatever, and then construction and then execution. In the end, it's like, yeah. It's like totally like your vision, but in a very uncertain and weird way. And I think this is when it really works. When you believe in this uncertainty and when you are open to this uncertainty, because then is when new things can arise and magic happens. And then there's always the uncertainty how people interacting with it. You know it in a way because we've done it for many, many years. But on the other hand, there's also uncertainty. Somebody's saying, what's that? What happened? Happened already, but yeah, I think as a creative, we should embrace the uncertainty in a way because it's our strongest fire we can play with.
And it's uncomfortable, right? Like when you're sitting in a space and you don't know. I had it yesterday. I didn't know what the idea was, and I just had to sit there and wait, and play, and be wrong over and over, and then suddenly you join two really unusual things together, and it's like a drug.
It's like a drug,
That's amazing. I want to make that thing. That feeling of that's amazing, and that is like that. It all comes from sitting in the uncertainty.